saying? We sound crazy.
That's the energy we on.
I love that energy.
All in my grill.
Yeah, man.
Misdemeanor.
Shout out Missy.
Nicole Ray, Big Boy.
Melissa.
Arnett Elliott. Shout out to Missy.
The whole government
the
right
whole
there.
government
Right.
on display.
On display.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy. It's Billionaire here.
It's Claude Kelly here.
It's Chuck Harmony.
Timon Bacon from Bacon is here.
I'm still on a high, guys. I mean, I know it's been a few weeks since I was in Virginia with Missy, but I couldn't resist. I just had to kick it off in such a VA way.
I mean,
I saw the pictures. That's a legendary thing that you attended.
I love that she is getting, like, in the last 5 to 6 years, people have really been giving Missy her flowers, and it's so deserved,
Yes.
man. Like, that lady she's literally etched into not just Black culture, but like American culture, period.
Agreed.
And
It was crazy because a few weeks back we were tasked with doing a tribute. Our girl group was tasked with doing a tribute to Missy Elliott for the Salute Them Awards.
Shout out to Sheila Eldridge.
And so we had to go through her catalog to pick which songs we wanted to do. And
What songs did the Shindellas do? I got to know.
how easy was that?
it wasn't easy.
Right.
They did Hot Boys. They did
Minuteman.
and they did the bridge of the 702.
Where my girls at?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
It was nuts though.
Love it.
you know what I'm
Missy
saying.
loves the Shindellas, though. We talked about them.
Listen.
You know,
Yeah.
shout out Shindellas.
Shout out to Shindellas for
Yeah.
doing their thing. Let me also add this. The last couple weeks, months, maybe this whole year, I feel like it's been this online fight between all the women of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
The new ones, the veterans. And I just want to put out there that I don't know what the hell anyone's talking about because Missy is the undisputed.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't touch it. They
Queen.
don't touch Missy in those conversations because she's on a whole nother plane from that.
They better not ever.
And she's never been in any craziness, like any mess.
Because when you're great, you ain't got to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just proud of her. It's just to see that boulevard and the hometown, Missy's hometown is Portsmouth. I'm from Virginia Beach, Norfolk side, but it's all 757, right?
Yeah.
But it was just so exciting to see her celebrated by the city. It was almost over 4,000 people out there.
4,000.
4,000.
crazy.
So they had a special ceremony at Missy's high school, Manor High School in Portsmouth, Virginia. And so that's where I went out there, and Pusha T was there, Trey Songz, Timberland. We were all out there just to...
VA representative.
We were in there. Deep.
Wow.
Deep. So if you go on the We Sound Crazy socials, you'll see some of the footage.
Were you emotional?
It was emotional because it's just, I know what we all came from. Like I remember that grind and being young. And although Missy and Tim are some years older than me, I still just remember the grind and seeing, a young group named Sister, formerly Phase E, that was signed to Devontae's Swing Mob label in the early 90s, and that grind and just not going the way that it was originally planned. So just to see Missy, who is not only an artist, a singer, a rapper, a producer, a songwriter, an engineer,
A dancer.
a dancer, a
All
director
of it.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just exciting. It was a bit emotional, and I'm just proud of Missy and honored to call her a friend and a sister.
Can I tell you something I love about Missy as a musician? Is that anytime she has the opportunity to, she introduces the world to amazing singers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, she does.
She's not just putting anyone on the record. She wants, like, the person sing. If she's rapping and she puts a hook, there's a hook there, she's gonna put a singer on there.
Yeah.
You talking about Lil Mo, you talking about Nicole Ray, you talking about
Tweet.
SWV, you talking about Tweet,
Mila.
and make them sound really, really their best too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of skimp on the musical side, and she's always like, nah, like this music gotta be right. The singing gotta be right. And I love that about her because when I listen to them songs, apart from what she's doing, there's this whole other element of just trying to sing along with the singer that she got on the record with her that's also doing crazy stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Missy Elliott song, whether it's one that was her song or one that she created for someone else?
That's a big...
That's a tall order, Phil.
I'm telling you, like,
I'm just saying, okay, well, maybe, top 5, if you, but I just said we got to pick one each.
Yeah.
One each.
Okay.
It might be your favorite today.
Okay. All right.
Favorite Missy Elliott.
we don't talk about it a lot, but I love the collaboration she did with SWV.
Got so many things on my mind. Never seen a past
Wait, hold on. In the photos, wasn't Coco there too?
Oh yeah, Coco was at the reception later that day. So Coco was there, and the Clark sisters also surprised.
I saw them. They performed.
Yeah, they performed.
Again, legendary singers.
It was a surprise for Missy. Yeah, so legendary. Yeah, but yeah, Coco was there.
So can we? That's my jam. I would say it's not like the biggest cut, but it was a single. But I love Missy Takeaway with Tweet and Genuine.
Yeah.
Take away, yeah. You're golden platinum chains. Your love to me is platinum, babe.
Love that song. Love it. I play it all the time.
What say you, Timon?
This is so hard.
Right.
Let me think. It's got to be something from the first album. It's definitely something from the first album. I mean, I honestly can't pick just one.
You have to.
Pick one.
Okay, can I pick one from her catalog and then one she wrote and produced?
Go for it.
Okay, so it's definitely from the first album. There's a record she has on Super Duper Fly called "Don't Be Coming in My Face."
Don't be coming in my face. Trying to tell me you love me. Should've thought once or twice. Sacrifice to make it right.
Wow.
I like that song too.
Yeah.
That I absolutely love. And then one that she wrote and produced from the One in a Million album.
Aaliyah, you're talking about?
Yeah, Aaliyah. Heartbroken.
Ooh. The deep cuts.
Okay, you definitely pulled. I'm sitting there like,
Yeah,
wow.
nine times out of 10, if it was played on the radio, I'm not going to talk about it because it's just like that's what everybody know. I want people to, especially in this.
That's very noble.
Yeah, I'm on this whole
You're an educator.
brigade of we need to start digging into albums again. So I want people to go back and listen to the deep cuts.
You're a teacher.
You're an aficionado.
Playlists are cool, but we got to get back to albums, y'all. So
I agree.
I'm gonna pick Sock It To Me.
Ooh. I love Sock It To Me.
Sock it to me like you tell me to. I can take it like a pro. You know. Do a long throw with the backstroke.
No, I love Missy, man. I mean, I think she deserves all the streets, honestly. Give her a street in every state.
I mean, they gave her a street. They gave her the key to the city of Portsmouth. They also proclaimed it Missy Elliott Day in the state of Virginia. The governor was there. It was just it was so many proclamations and things happening. And then the following day, I went over to my alma mater, Norfolk State University.
Yeah, man.
come home.
And I started a scholarship endowment in honor of my grandparents.
That's dope.
Yeah,
I love
that.
so I donated a few dollars to the Green and
I
Gold
saw
Norfolk
that check.
State.
That was
we
not
saw
a
the
few.
check.
That was not $1 or $2.
Yeah,
that was some coins. That was
Wasn't
bad.
no chump change.
That wasn't no
So-
chump change you donated.
So I want to invest in the next generation of leaders.
I love that.
So really excited to help out.
That's legacy.
And education is important. So shout out HBCU, proud graduate over here, Norfolk State University. So it was a great trip to VA.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Congratulations on that. That's
Phil
awesome.
out here changing lives.
That's
man.
super dope.
Changing
Phil.
the world, man.
Love it.
It's legendary.
It's inspiring. It really is inspiring
Yeah.
to watch. I mean, because everyone comes from somewhere, and you don't always get the chance to go back and say thank you and create something to give back. So
And what I will say, about Phil, he does definitely reach back and try to, definitely bring other people up with him. And that's one thing I've always admired about you.
Wow, appreciate that.
So yeah, it's not a shock that you would do something.
No, it's not.
Like that, writing that big ass check and making sure that someone has an education. I just think that is so noble of you, and we can all learn from that. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Billionaire writing big ass checks.
Oh, man, come
New
on,
episode.
Big ass checks. I feel you. Now, congratulations, man. That's cool.
Crazy.
Yo, so apparently I wasn't the only one traveling these last few weeks.
Now we've been on the move,
Yeah,
homie.
man.
Louis York been on the move.
We had a gig in Shreveport. We did a festival out there.
And
then we made our way to New Orleans to Gumbo Studios
PJ Morton.
to sit with the master, PJ Morton.
Peach.
Wow.
Yeah, man. It's
Yes.
We made an incredible record.
We did.
All I can say is Stevie Wonder and Lionel Richie and Quincy Jones in the studio.
Love it.
That's
so.
the
Is this a
vibes.
part of this top secret project y'all are working on?
It is a part of the top secret project we're working on.
Yeah.
I mean, when will we hear some music on We Sound Crazy from this, what I'm sure is an amazing project, but we haven't heard anything, people. Literally, so stop asking me. I haven't heard anything.
You'll hear it here first.
Definitely
for sure.
here first.
Oh, get a world premiere.
Yeah.
Where else? But We Sound Crazy. But it's coming. I mean, we're literally putting the finishing touches on it right now to be released top of the year. But we collaborated with some of our closest friends and some of the musicians that we respect the most in the world, of which PJ is one of them. So, I mean, I don't want to give too much away, but just the caliber of artists are PJ-like.
Yeah.
Which means they can sing, they can perform, they are the real deal, and the world knows them but should know even more about them. That's the whole purpose, is to show that we're master musicians and that you should be collaborating in real time and putting forth some sounds and some styles that are needed in the world.
So what's the energy like in the room with PJ? Like y'all create, I mean, let's take us there. Like what is the vibe? Is it incense going? Y'all got candles? You know what I mean? Are y'all sipping wine? Is it bottled water? Is it Aquafina? I mean, what's happening in the room at this point? Is it, y'all are coming with ideas already? I just want to understand the process.
You know, Mr. PJ, he's a world traveler. He's everywhere. He was in LA the night before and he had places to go. So we didn't sit for long.
We didn't tarry.
We got right to it. We played him a couple records off the album just so he can get a gauge of what the body of work is going to be, and then we got right to it. We had already sent him a scratch demo of what we wanted to work on, and so he was ready. He had his engineer there. You know what I'm saying? It's no BS. He went right in the booth and just killed it like I knew he would.
Water and work.
Water and work.
Water and work.
And Claude, did you abuse him with the vocal production as I hear you do? Anthony Hamilton talked about it. I wouldn't normally say allegedly, but this is the case where Anthony is,
I own that.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make sure that I get the best vocal out of people. But PJ, it was. I mean, I vocal produced to the point where I was there and we agreed upon what was gonna get kept. But when you have someone who sings that well and also is so used to making his own albums at a top-notch level, I don't have to tell him how to sing,
right,
or where things should fit. But we definitely, it was definitely collaborative. So he would sing stuff. He'd ask how we felt about it. I'd say yeah, or I'd say no, I'll do it one more time, and we'd land on something that I think we all felt was special.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. He sang his ass off on this song.
It's crazy,
man. I can't wait to hear that.
His ass off.
Yeah.
Big ass checks. That's what it's for.
Are coming.
And also, we love New Orleans, just period. Like, the last time we were in New Orleans a couple months ago for Essence with the Shandellas. Mm-hmm. And that's just total mayhem. If you've been there, it's not a relaxing and pleasurable trip. It's moving around a lot of people. So it was cool to be there where it was a little more laid back.
Yeah.
Got some good food.
Shout out Superior Seafood.
Went to Superior Seafood and got some of that cornbread etouffee.
Well, that sounds amazing.
It's so good.
Sounds so fattening.
It's so fat. And then we went to the studio. So we were good and ready to get the record done. And then it's literally, New Orleans is one of my favorite cities in the country, period. It just has so much culture. So it makes sense that Gumbo Studios, by the way, is so dope. Like his studio is so dope. Like it's a lot. He has a beautiful space where literally you can do anything musically there.
Yeah.
So it was inspiring to see someone else that we respect in another city doing really, really cool, unique, independent things. Because he's an extremely successful independent artist.
Yeah, Grammy Award winning.
Yeah, man, and that's not easy to do.
Not at all.
And touring with Maroon 5.
Yeah. They about to do a residency.
They're doing a Vegas residency, so he's booked.
Paid.
Booked.
Just
and
paid.
He's getting big ass checks.
And it's I know we say the word dope a lot, but it's dope to see how far he's come.
Yeah.
Because I remembered PJ Morton from that 05 album when he was singing with, Anisha Figueroa and all of them back in the day. So just to see how he's always been unapologetically him.
Yeah.
And he's stayed true to who he is, and he never wavered for anybody, no label, no nothing. And he's pretty much at this point, I think it's safe to say he's going to be a legend.
Yeah.
So
he also has one of the best albums of the year to me.
Yeah. Watch the Sun is
Watch the
nice.
Sun is one of the best albums that came out this year. Top 5 for me personally.
We sound crazy.
Speaking of albums, what are y'all listening to right now?
That's a good question. That's a question that's worth answering.
I've been on this, I don't want to mess up their name, but Domi and JD Beck.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah.
Put me on.
So Anderson .Paak started a label with Blue Note Records, and this is his first signing. I've been listening to a song called Take a Chance. Their whole project is dope, but I just love this vibe. Really super dope. Check it out.
Okay.
Right now, I need you to take a chance on me. Yeah.
So that's Domi and JD Beck. That's what I've been vibing off, and I must acknowledge that Domi or Domai, I hope I'm pronouncing it properly, is a Berkeley alum.
I mean, hello.
Wow.
I just want to acknowledge that.
That's what we do.
Don't hello.
Hi.
Don't hello.
Let me hello for all the Berkeley ones out there making amazing music. Shout out to us.
Yeah, Take a Chance. That's the name of that
I
song.
love that.
Featuring Anderson
I'm
.Paak.
about to add that to my little list
That
right
is
now.
nice.
Thank
that
you,
was
Phil.
really nice.
Share that with me, Phil.
Share. Who next? Who got next?
I'll tell y'all what I've been listening to. So, Adam Blackstone recently released an album named Legacy. And when I saw that Jasmine Sullivan was going to be on the album, I was excited because we're always excited when Jasmine Sullivan does anything.
Yes.
But the fact that she finally officially recorded Round Midnight,
Man,
Yeah, it's good too.
it's great.
it's amazing. And I had always wanted that to be on like one of her albums or something, because I remember back in college hearing like the leaked version of her singing it in London somewhere. So, of course, I mean, she kills it. But Round Midnight by Jasmine Sullivan and Adam Blackstone.
Incredible.
Incredible.
It's so good.
But it really gets bad round midnight.
That's so incredible. Shout out to Adam Blackstone. It's my brother right there.
That's masterful.
Yeah.
man.
The whole record is just amazing.
Good Lord.
Jasmine Sullivan can just sing.
She can just sing, bro.
Like, it's just, I'm like, what planet are you from? Like, I just catch my, and she's always been that type of a singer
Yes.
since she was young.
My face is still stuck in stank face. Right now. I'm just happily disgusted
Happily disgusted.
by how good that is.
Chuck Harmony, what you listening to this week?
Speaking of singers, PJ got together with a few singers himself to release The Better Benediction Part 2. You got Keke Wyatt on there. You got Kiara Sheard on there. You got Tasha Cobb Leonard on there. You got Lisa Noel Smith on there. He got my girl, Leandria Johnson on there. One of my faves. And so, yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
Benediction Part 2.
Benediction Part 2.
Part 2.
Lisa Noel Smith. Don't you worry and don't you fret. 'Cause I know God ain't never failed me.
That's so many amazing singers on one
Hello.
song. So
Crazy.
That's
Singing
PJ
into
Morton,
a
the
frenzy,
Better
man.
Benediction. So you got Lisa Noel Smith,
Oh, Lord.
Leandria Johnson, Keke Wyatt, Kiara Sheard, and Tasha Cobbs Leonard.
Hello.
Those are some voices. Some voices.
Hi.
Man.
Wow.
What you got, Claude?
I'm actually going to be selfish. I've been listening to myself. I'm going to tell you. but you know, so much we've been traveling so much. I'm not sure if we even really spoke about this. But a friend of the podcast, Sir the Baptist, partnered up with Tennessee State University and their band, Aristocrat of Bands, marching band, HBCU,
We love the HBCUs.
to put out an album called Urban Hymnal, which I think is, if it wins, if it gets nominated and wins, it'll be the first HBCU band to be nominated or win a Grammy.
Yeah.
It just got submitted. But in the process, Sir came over here and talked to us about doing a song with them for the album. And Chuck and I work with a lot of people, but we always wanted to work with Donna Lawrence. And so there's a song on the album that is featuring me and Chuck, Lewis York, and Donna Lawrence, and TSU, called Blessings on Blessings. And I'm very proud of the song because I feel like it's something that people wouldn't expect from us. With other, and by the way, the album also has Kiara Sheard and Jacqueline Carr and Dallas Austin co-produced the album. It's a lot going on there that I'm proud of, but I'm cool. I'm proud to say that we are part of the number.
Yeah.
And Blessings on Blessings is my jam.
Everyone says goodbye when the time arrives, but a beating heart will keep the memories alive. So let's share the best of us and give what's left over, because true friendship is heaven's way of blessing us. I'm praying blessings on blessings on blessings on you. I'm praying victory over all that you do.
All that you do.
I'm praying strength for the journey ahead of me.
I see you winning.
Incredible.
Blessings on Blessings.
Nigga, you
He said, nigga, you?
like how? Like
Oh, God.
a singing fool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, Claude don't get the credit that he deserves for
No.
singing. He get the credit he deserves for writing because he got the receipts for that. But that singing,
And your voice is so unique. Your voice is so unique, and that's
Yeah.
I've always appreciated that about
Yeah,
your
man.
voice.
So I'm just a little fan
you
of that.
sound like Donnell Jones too.
You know, I was gonna say we sound like vocal twins.
I mean,
It's just there's a song that Claude did a reference for years ago for an artist that I won't give the spotlight for, but the song is what was it? What About Me? Was it?
yes.
And so you can go Google if you want to know who the artist is, but the reference
I feel you.
was incredible, and I remember thinking I could sing. I was so inspired after hearing it. And, you know, I remember that being a fun session.
Well, the thing here's what we can do, Phil. I just read an article recently how Akon was talking about when he couldn't do gigs, he would have his brothers,
Yeah,
Boo, and his other brother step in for him. So we'll do that. So if I have laryngitis or I can't be there, I'm just gonna make sure that someone sends the private jet for you,
oh, I love that.
and you can just fill in because we're both Donald Jones, basically. So man, I appreciate that. I love to sing, man.
And let's not get it twisted. This is the same guy where Whitney Houston said
I did get a Whitney co-sign
in her "I Look to You" promo that Claude Kelly is an amazing singer. So I mean, you get the Whitney stamp.
You get the Whitney stamp.
It's nothing else to be said.
The Voice.
Berkeley.
Berkeley, stand up.
We sound crazy.
Fellas, so I've noticed a trend in every single episode. Not every single, but a lot of episodes we've said this.
Okay.
I was today years old.
I was today years old.
Okay. I got one for you too.
Let me tell you, I was today years old when I found out that Mr. Telephone Man was actually a cover by New Edition.
Really?
Wait, what?
Mr. Telephone Man was
Mr.
originally recorded
Telephone
by
Man.
Junior Tucker. So I never knew it was a cover. I was today years old.
I didn't know that either.
Crazy.
I think
Yeah.
I'm just finding that out too.
Check it out.
Mr. Telephone Man,
That's the original?
there's something wrong with my line. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time.
Okay.
So I was today years old when I just found out that was a cover. So Ray Parker Jr. produced both the original and the New Edition cover. But yeah, so Junior Walker's version came out in 1983 on Geffen Records.
Okay.
And then New Editions came out in 84, I believe via MCA. But I know the original was Junior Walker on
That
Geffen.
happened a lot back then, though, in the 70s and 80s,
Yeah,
where like
yeah.
a song come out and like a couple months later.
Yeah.
But I
Another
didn't know.
version.
I was blown away just because after all
I
these
didn't know
years,
either.
I
Yeah.
never knew that Mr. Telephone Man was a cover. So
I never knew.
I was today years old.
I was today years old when I discovered that Selena Johnson and Chad Ochocinco Johnson were brother and sister.
Wait, what?
No, he not.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
No, he not.
I Googled it.
It's not true.
Is
It's not true?
Is that not true? Well, then I was today years old when I found out it was a lie.
People
Is that because I Googled and they were like, yes, in fact, they're brother and sister. But
no,
Really?
No, I'm sure.
I hope you would know. That's why I'm bringing it up to you.
Yeah, no, they're not siblings.
All right, so I just spread a rumor and took it back. I take it back.
But I've heard that rumor before, and I know they may be connected down the line somewhere as far as relate, but they're not siblings though.
See, this is why the internet is dangerous because I said it and I googled it and Chuck googled it, and they present that shit as if it's law.
I just googled it now, and it's embedded in Google as if it's fact.
It's not allegedly or supposedly. It's fact. That's what I'm saying. Like you Google it, it's like a Wikipedia fact.
Right. Well, let's call Selena.
Let's call Selena.
Let's ask. I'm under the impression that that's just Google madness. Let's see. Selena Johnson.
Uh-oh.
I'm in the middle of a We Sound Crazy episode taping right now with Claude Kelly, Chuck Harmony, and Timon Bacon, who you know very well.
What up, Selena?
Selena.
We miss you.
So Selena, we were talking.
I miss you guys too. Okay.
So we were talking about Today Years Old, and there was a Claude and Chuck Googled somebody that said it was your brother. I'll let you take it from here, guys.
So rumor has it, and we need you to clear this up once and for all, because the internet is saying that it's true without any question, that you and Chad Ochocinco are brother and sister. Is that true or false?
It's totally and completely false.
There we go.
Chad is not my brother, and do you know how I know how he's not my brother?
How do you know?
Because my last name isn't Johnson.
Oh.
See?
It's also not my father's last name.
Oh.
My maiden name is Thompson.
Ooh.
My married name is Garris. Seal Johnson was given to my father by Willie Mitchell as a stage name, and I took on my father's stage name. So that's the first fact.
Wow.
So anybody who has the last name of Johnson and says they're related to me is a bold-faced lie, because it's not even in my family. Okay?
So now, not Johnson and Johnson, no Johnsons.
No Johnsons in the history. Now, Chad is my boy.
Right.
And Chad actually came up with this thing, and I'll tell you how it all began. I was on the phone. I was tweeting about my album, Chapter 4. This is how long ago this was.
Dang.
I was tweeting about Chapter 4. Chad retweeted it, and he said, y'all go support my sister in her, for her album, right? You know how Phil could say, y'all go support my sister. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have very, very close friends to me that are guys.
Right.
And even if they're not that close, they might be like, yo, my sis, go support my sis. So somebody said on the page, is Selena your sister? And he goes, yeah. And then they were like, your blood sister? He was like, yeah, she's my blood sister. So I called him, I said, Chad, you can't say that we're sister and brother, because people are going to actually believe that. He goes, oh, Selena, nobody's going to. He was like, so what if they think that? He was like, nobody ain't going to be pay no attention. Because in his mind, he was like, I'm just talking to this one person. This will probably blow over. And here we are in 2022. And people are still asking and telling me that he's my brother.
That's crazy.
No, it's on Google.
When you Google
thought it was funny.
When you Google it, they report it like it's facts. It's not. There's no allegedly. There's no. We're not sure. We'll find out. It's like they say Chad's father is Sil Johnson, and that you and him agreed to keep it on the low.
And apparently BET.com also reported it as well. That's facts.
This is what I'm saying. Now, I don't know if Chad is still pulling people's chain and being funny, because I'm sure they ask him, and he could probably totally be like, yeah, that's my sister, and probably doesn't care, probably thinks it's funny. But no, Chad is not my brother. I love him. He is the best. He's a great guy. I love him, but he's not my brother. He's not my blood brother.
Thank you for clearing that up.
Brother.
See?
Yeah.
Thank you for clearing that up. We just wanted to set the record straight.
We did.
Yeah.
We did.
Well, the record is straight. You got it from the horse's mouth and not her ass.
Oh, Selena Johnson, we love you.
We love you, Selena.
Love you guys. Miss you guys.
Miss you too.
Come back to the show
down there.
soon. Come back
come
soon.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to come down there. I need to get down there. All right, see you guys.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Selena. Peace.
Okay, bye.
We literally sound crazy.
Oh man. All right. Well, I was today years old when I found out that it was a lie.
Well, you can't believe everything on the internet.
You really can't. But when I tell you that, like, the internet be telling you stuff and it seems so official that you like. I mean, thank God we have the access to Selena to clear it up. But people be walking around and saying all kind of crazy stuff. That's a total bold-faced lie.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't trust nothing online. Damn it.
Too many filters.
Yeah.
Man, this new segment is off to a bang. I love it.
Apparently.
We sound crazy.
Well, I think you're crazy.
Are you crazy?
Is the whole world gone crazy?
Is everybody out there nuts?
And now it's time for
Corner.
Looking so crazy right now. Looking so crazy right now.
So Crazy right now.
Go to the corner! Oh, okay. Oh. Go to the corner and think about what you've done.
Crazy
Kanye's ass is in the crazy corner from my perspective, and he'll forever be there because I have nothing else for that.
He's
man.
stuck there.
But I find it funny that no one started to revoke and take things away from him and technically cancel him until he said something that was anti-Semitic. But he was saying all this shit about the black culture and all this other stuff for eons, and no one's ever said anything. So but yeah, from Timon's perspective, Kanye is a nutcase. And Kanye has a permanent seat in the damn crazy corner. Like, when I tell you, like, his music is no longer in my collection, like, it's...
Oh, no.
And see, I'm not one to, like, go on social media and be like, I'm canceling Kanye. And, like, I personally just... I stopped supporting you. And I'm good. Like Selena said on... I don't know if y'all watched the Cocktails with Queens on the Fox Soul or whatever, but like she said, she's like, it's time out for pacifying his actions. Like, we have, like, as a community, I just feel like, and I know everybody's not gonna get with it, but I just feel like it's time to make it hit his pockets at this point, because his head is in some other land or some other in outer space, and he just don't think the shit that's coming out his mouth is offensive, and it's irresponsible at this point.
I mean, well, what do I do with my Yeezy slides?
That's what I'm saying.
These are real questions. These
are personal conflicts.
You about to make some hypocrites, because Yeezy is all over the place.
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
And that's why I said I know everybody ain't on that brigade, but I ain't never owned no pair of Yeezy slides.
It's so comfortable though.
I haven't owned the pair either.
But I did have the vinyl for College Dropout in my cart on Amazon, and I nicely deleted that shit. So, yeah.
I feel like Kanye is half the conversation. There's no question that he says crazy shit. And a lot of the people are debating if he's crazy, or if it's deliberate, or if it's attention, or if he's running for office. And we don't know the answer to any of that stuff, because I don't know him personally in a way where I could give an answer. But what I do think is fucked up and annoying is the media.
Yeah.
Because for years now, we do things like give him a 15-minute rant on an award show, or cover him when you know it's ridiculous, when other people and other things could be covered, so that you know you're in. What I've been saying lately is that it's a form of terrorism, because you don't report things that are important that we even need to know, and you set people up to talk crazy, whether it's valid or not, and then you keep on reporting it, even though people are like, yo, chill, we don't want to know it. This is not, what is the point of all this stuff? And because they're so obsessed with getting ratings and getting clicks and making money off of it, and he's not the only person they've done this to. Like, it's the same opinion I have of Britney Spears back in the day when they put her on MTV, when they knew that she was not ready to be there, so that you can make that an event for yourself. And no one talks about that side of it, because the other part of it is that in the last 2 weeks, he has had every opportunity from every network, every website, every podcast, just a carte blanche of time just to talk, right? And when you know media and you know this business, you know how hard it is to even get a minute of time on television, 5 minutes on an award show or radio or podcast. And so I'm like, when does that have to be something that's accounted for? And there's no answer to it, but it frustrates me because a lot of times we get mad by the person that's put up there. But what about the institution, organization that's giving that much space to that madness? And so I tune out of the whole thing. It doesn't turn me off from his music because I can separate the two. He's an amazing musician, an amazing producer, and he has some of my favorite songs. And I hear them in the midst of this conversation. I'm like, yeah, that's just still knocks. But man, we got to stop making a big deal about stupidity too, because he can also just not be your hero and you wouldn't be heartbroken about it. So there's that part.
For me, I just feel like, firstly, I feel like that Kanye really haven't changed as much as people make it out to be, because he's always been outspoken person that said outlandish things in the media.
Always.
He didn't start in 2022. So
George Bush don't like black people.
Right.
Yes, wait, that's over a decade ago.
He went and grabbed a mic on a nationally televised.
Oh yeah.
Like if we didn't mess with Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? Like we'd have thought that was as crazy as some of the stuff that he's doing now. But because it was who he was talking about and who he did it to, we kind of apologized as his fan, apologized for it or accepted it as his fan base. And so I think Kanye has been Kanye and he's gonna be Kanye. And the other thing that I have to remind myself is that these media outlets and all of these people, they're not gonna put him on their platform if he don't have a fan base. If nobody was watching it, he wouldn't be on there. So part of the responsibility is that we give our attention to it.
That part.
And so they know they're gonna get them numbers. Like I watched Drink Champs. Like I watched it when it first came out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm part of that problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm part of the reason why he getting these gigs to speak on that stuff. So I just try to keep an open mind about it. I feel like freedom of speech is freedom of speech. And if we limit what people can say, then it's no longer freedom of speech.
Now that part I agree with you, but I don't agree with the public, is that I don't feel like because you disagree with what someone says that you should erase their voice. I think it was whack that Drink Champs erased the interview, because if you had enough balls to have the interview.
Wait, so they took it down?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't know that.
That's whack to me.
I left a comment under their page about it. I really did.
You guys suck.
And I don't do that, but I was, first of all, I've been talking about Dream Champs since it came out because I'm such a fan of the platform. But to your point, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But it was just so whack because they got all the views from it. They got all the attention from it. All the clips is everywhere, and they's going to be everywhere forever. And so they got the value out of that conversation and the social currency out of it. So that what are you taking it down for? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of slapping in all our faces.
And the same goes for a lot of the institutions that are turning their back on him. I mean, I understand if it goes against the culture of your company or it's a personal issue, but just canceling people because you disagree is what I think a lot of people are requesting that happen. Like, go just shut him up or stop him or don't let him do this. That's the definition. I mean, I sound crazy, but that's the definition of anti-American. Yeah. If the whole thing is about freedom of speech, then he should be entitled to his opinion whether we agree or not. It's just up to us to maintain our freedom of encouraging it or endorsing it.
I just think here's the thing. I'm a Kanye. I love his work. I love his music. I own Yeezys.
Yeezy slides.
I don't have the slides on at this moment, but I do believe that we have to draw a line. Like some of the rhetoric and commentary used in Drink Champs episode. I mean, even when you just even beyond some of the anti-Semitic comments. I
didn't watch the interview.
That was, to me, that overcrossed the line. You know, like that's over the line and past the line and just inappropriate and disrespectful, and it's hateful.
I agree.
So that part, to me, just when I hear about, oh, I didn't mean this, but I only meant it for the Jewish people who did me wrong.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
shouldn't be saying those type of comments about
Agreed.
anyone
Yeah,
as you really walking the walk as God's child, as you say you are. So that's part one. But then even the George Floyd comments to me just didn't sit right.
Yeah, that was
So to me, that was irresponsible. It's kind of like the slavery was a choice comment. It reminds me of some of those things, but it's inaccurate, it's inappropriate, and I'm sure he'll be in court soon as a result of some of those comments. But I just want Kanye to really take a break.
Yes.
Take the time
Take
to
a break.
Take
Sit
a
down.
break. No, here's
Nah,
the
straight
thing.
up.
You had to really take time to reset.
Yes.
And I really want to pray for him at this point. Like, pray for that brother, his mental, his everything, because he's going through a lot. And some of it is to get a headline, but there's something going on with him. So whatever's happening, again, I'm no doctor. I can't diagnose nobody, but I just hope that he's taking all the necessary steps to just keep his mental right. But it's a bit irresponsible to just allow him to just talk and spew such hate. And
I agree.
And that's the thing with Nori. I'm like, and I love Drink Champs. I listen to it faithfully. I watch it on YouTube. But I just wish Nori and DJ EFN would have held him a little bit more accountable for some of that in
As
the
it was
moment.
happening,
As
yeah.
it was
But
happening, like,
Nori said it. He said he was afraid that he would walk out.
well, let him walk out.
Let him walk out.
Yeah.
Let him walk. That's still newsworthy.
It's still news. I mean, it's the thing. I'm not going to. George Floyd is no longer here to defend himself or the situation. And I don't want to make it a debate about, but that to me was just very irresponsible for that platform to allow him to make such comments.
Yeah.
The four of us are in a unique position because a lot of people that listen to this podcast or are fans of music in general don't have the luxury of being around celebrities all the time or artists, right? And so I think we have a deeper understanding of it. And what we also know is that when you get to a certain level of success like his, you're surrounded by yes men and people that are afraid to tell you no, much like Nori was afraid to tell him, yo, chill, because he didn't want to rock the boat. And that's kind of the double-edged sword of it, is that you get that famous and that in your own bubble, and he needs to take a break, but he also needs people that can keep it real with him that he'll listen to. I don't know who's around him, but clearly there's a lack of control there, right?
Yeah.
And it's just hard sometimes to separate the art from the artist for some people.
Yeah.
I think I've done a better job of it over the years than,
Of course, because there's many that you have to do it with
many
now.
examples, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't agree with some of the people, just their choices of what they choose to say,
Right.
publicly. I speak to your music, and that's my thing. But you are such an incredible creator. Talk to your music.
Yeah.
That's what I was like, yo, you could also just put this. That's actually how he talks the best. My opinion also is that
Correct.
Kanye I think he's a terrible public speaker. When you get his point is when it's put concisely in music.
Put it in music.
So just shut the fuck up and make the music. And that's not like a shut the fuck up, we only want to hear you as a musician, but I think he's a prolific mind when he
Absolutely.
puts it in his music. And you have to also understand what your best avenue for communication is too.
Yeah.
All I can do is hold myself accountable. And I'm a grown black man in America. So is
I'm
he.
a grown black man.
And I just feel like a lot of times we give people a different barometer than we give ourselves. I know there's lots of things I would love to say that I don't say because you have to be a responsible person.
Right.
And so everyone should be held to that standard to some extent.
Yeah, I don't think that there is a standard. Like when I look on the internet, when I look on social media, I don't see the standard. I think everybody is saying extreme things. You know what I'm saying? Like
For clout?
for everything. You know what I'm saying? Just what is life now but extremity? You know what I'm saying? Everybody is saying extreme things, and so to Phil's point, you got to take personal responsibility and be like, yo, I need a break.
Take a break.
I'm messing up too many things. I'm saying sorry too many times.
Right.
Like it's time for me to take a break.
And you got kids, Kanye. And so just even think about the example of them, they can access it on their phones or YouTube. So
Yeah.
like I said, Kanye, take some time praying for you, brother. But Timon put you in the crazy corner this week.
Take a break in the
Maybe
crazy
he can.
corner.
Maybe, I was about to say maybe you can take that break
You
in
can
the
rest.
crazy corner.
You can rest in the crazy corner. On a side note, this is kind of not a crazy corner thing, but just speaking of just all that stuff, I didn't realize that this new generation were re-canceling Michael Jackson. Are you aware of this? Like, there's this whole thing where people are like, we shouldn't play his music.
Yeah.
I haven't seen.
But I'm like,
No, I haven't seen that.
a lot of like what are they, Gen Z, whatever that's called. Like a lot of them are very much like it's culturally inappropriate to request Michael Jackson or play him in public places. That went over my head, especially because they say he was a child molester. But I'm
allegedly.
Allegedly, they say, but he was also acquitted.
Right.
So I'm like,
so those allegations, that's the people still holding that over.
Right.
That's crazy.
Which means that which suggests that as long as you're accused, then you should be canceled because he actually went through a trial. And there was a result of the trial, so it wouldn't even cross my mind that he would be questionable to play. I'm playing Michael Jackson. What the hell are you talking about? He gets played.
Yeah, that's different from me.
But that, and it just speaks to how we're selective with our morals. You know what I'm saying? Because R. Kelly leg shaking is all over TikTok.
Huge TikTok trend.
You know what I'm saying? And that was a couple years ago. It's just like we banning R. Kelly and stuff, but now, because they heard that right part, that little right part of that song, now it's just back, and so we got to stop that.
My prediction on that,
it's confusing to me.
My prediction on that is that once the right people, and take from that what you will, once the right people get control of his catalog, then a lot of it won't matter anymore. Because there's a lot, you see, people are playing. There's money to be made off the catalog. They just don't want him to get it.
It's crazy. It's all crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Crazy!
The Esther Roll
Award.
I can feel him moving, moving, moving. I can feel him moving, 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 moving on the altar of my heart. Every now and then.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not.
The Queen.
It's that time.
Looking at my rollie, it's about that time for the Esther Roll Black Excellence Award. That's my favorite part. You know, I love to talk about people who deserve. So you know how we do. We nominate someone a black person, who is worthy of an award for their excellent work in the entertainment field. Someone who doesn't always get the love or the exposure, the TV time. And then we vote for who's the ultimate winner. This can get kind of contentious, so many a fight has broken out over there. Take it to the streets. But yeah, who y'all got this week? What's on your mind? Who you nominating?
Ooh,
I got
one in my mind.
I got an actor that I want to put on the
an actor.
An actor. That's so good. So he's played on a number of films over the years. Let me see, dating back to 1970, and also on the TV side dating back to the 60s. But I initially discovered him by way of being Stan on Martin. But he's been on so many shows. I'm looking at just this resume is incredible. Garrett Morris.
That's a good one.
I love Garrett Morris, bro.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Wow. My pick for this episode, my Irby pick, I've been in just a bubble of like all of her albums, her music. Like the last, no, it ain't Olita, but she's always one of my personal unsung heroes. But this young lady, unfortunately she's no longer with us. But I just feel like just even in her death, she wasn't celebrated in the way that the Whitneys of the world and just the way that like she was popular, but even when she passed away, it was just kind of like glossed over. And I'm talking about Natalie Cole.
I mean,
she's just
iconic.
I mean, just from the jazz stuff to she was able to kind of play in so many different genres and do it so well. And I've just been watching everything Natalie Cole for the last 2 weeks. So I'm choosing Natalie Cole this week.
I love Natalie.
We love Natalie.
Natalie.
I'm going to nominate someone in the spirit. I can't believe I'm saying this because Phil's here. In the spirit of his VA experience.
Oh, two down.
That I've nominated before and got ridiculed for. But I feel like
you putting it back on the table.
I'm putting it back on the table.
Okay.
because this artist has worked closely with Missy and Camp.
Okay.
It's from the DMV area. And even though it's kind of jokingly, I think that he has come back as a viral moment, which has made people rediscover how good his records are. And I want to nominate Genuine.
Oh,
Elgin Lunkin.
I love Elgin.
He got more records than I think people realize are classic.
Yeah.
And he was in TGT.
He was in TGT. Everyone's doing that same old G dance right now. I mean, it's interesting though because I think at first it's funny and then he becomes endearing and you remember like, wait a minute, I love Genuine.
Yeah.
Of course, everyone knows Pony, but he got a lot of records, man.
A lot of records.
A lot of records that I love.
That too. I love. Yeah. And I don't know what the number is now. I was trying to look it up, but I mean, he's been in. I don't know. I'm sure there's anniversaries that have come and passed and we haven't celebrated them properly of some of them big singles he's had. But I mean, he's part of that whole Timbaland Missy camp.
Super friend.
Yeah, absolutely. He's in town in a few weeks. We should have him on.
We definitely should have him on.
Yeah.
People don't talk to him enough.
Reach out to G. Let's see if we can
So
get him
he's
on.
my Irby nominee.
Okay.
I love that.
Love it.
My Irby nominee is someone that I feel like is super underrated, especially when we talk about the best male R&B singers or best male singers of all time. And I'm going to say of all time, even though he's known as a rapper, he started off in Goody Mob, but he literally has one of the best male voices that I've ever heard in my whole life.
I already know where you're going.
And he don't get the credit for that part. And he got hit records.
Yeah.
Hit. Across genres. I know
across genres, hit records, but I don't feel like he gets celebrated enough. So I'm going with CeeLo Green.
Ooh, that's good.
This is a hard Irby week.
You know what I'm saying?
So just to recap, we got Garrett Morris, Natalie Cole, Genuine, and CeeLo.
Yep.
Jeez.
That is hard.
Ooh. All right.
Let the voting begin.
All right. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Show of hands for Garrett Morris. Wow. 2 hands.
That's all any man ever had was 2 hands.
2 hands. 2 hands. With these 2 hands.
Natalie Cole. Oh, 2 hands.
2 hands.
Wow. Same OG. Genuine. 2 hands.
Now we're just being racist.
It's CeeLo. Well, there's 1 for CeeLo.
God damn it. I did all that talking. I ain't convinced y'all with nothing.
Oh my God. We have a 3-way tie.
We never had a 3-way tie.
No, this is the first.
This is the first.
So it's between Garrett Morris, Natalie Cole, and Genuine.
We can only vote once now?
Yeah, vote once.
Okay. Here we go.
Garrett Morris.
No hands.
Jeez, I love Garrett Morris, and I suggested him.
Phil jumped off the boat.
Natalie Cole. 2 hands are up. And Genuine.
2 hands.
We're just slowly dwindling it down to the. All right, now we gotta.
One more time.
Y'all want to do a coin toss?
And then a coin toss. All right, so let's go.
Or we can give a posthumous and a living.
Pony, or This Will Be an Everlasting Love.
Now you can't break it down to songs because then I got another vote because This Will Be is one of
the best songs of all time.
Yeah.
Inseparable or Same OG.
Damn, Tom. Don't do it like that.
See, now he's convincing. He got me.
We gotta, he gotta
me.
make a decision somewhere.
Let's do that vote again.
All right. Show of hands. Show of hands
or differences.
Show of hands for Natalie Cole.
All right, you don't got me now.
Oh, now I see all 4 hands up.
Nat Cole.
Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie.
Natalie Cole. That's deserving though. Come on.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
This week's recipient of the Esther Roll Black Excellence Award. Rest in peace. Right?
I hope Genuine don't listen to this episode. Because he'd be like, I'm not coming on your show.
Y'all fucked up.
I think he
show.
would pick Natalie too now.
He probably would pick Natalie.
But
he is truly undercelebrated.
Yeah. He's undercelebrated.
If he comes on, we'll give him an Irby when he comes on. How about that?
Because I think he has a lot to share. I got questions for him.
He deserves it.
I was just listening to Last Chance in the car the other day. And that's one of his recent songs that I don't think anybody really talks about anymore.
Yeah, they're doing shows. That's for sure. We'll play This Will Be here and keep on trucking.
Natalie Cole, rest in peace.
We sound crazy.
So y'all, sample or original, cover or original. I mean,
I love this game.
It's so fun.
It is.
I love this game.
So I'm actually going to do one. This is going to be a tough one. I can't wait to see what y'all say because the cover was done by a friend to the show, Tamia.
Okay.
And it was called "Love Me in a Special Way." Y'all remember that?
Oh,
Yeah.
Tamia does amazing covers.
She does do it. This is a good one too. Her and Shep Crawford.
Love me in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now.
So that's Tamia's version, and
Quite good.
And if you remember, the original was done by DeBarge. Love Me in a
one and
Special
only.
Way.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Love me
It's tough. It's tough.
in a special way. What more can I say? Love me now.
Oh, it's a tough one.
Man.
Very.
Jeez.
I'm gonna go with Tamia DeBarge. No, I love both because I think Tamia did an amazing job covering that song.
Yes.
But the original is so timeless, and Elle's vocal is so. It's tough for me. What do y'all think?
I hate making these kinds of decisions.
Come on, aficionado.
I'm gonna go with Tamia. And because that's the version that I listen to the most. I'll say that even to
fair.
this day.
Okay.
That's fair.
No shade to the original because the original is the classic that it is, but I'm gonna go with Tamia because I'm a Tamia stan. So
A stan.
yeah.
Claude, what about you?
That's a hard one for me too, because I actually love both the versions. I think I'm gonna go with the DeBarge version. Well, to me, is the homie, only because you can't even get to the remake version without that.
That's a good point.
Without that, like that original inspiration. I think she'd probably agree. She'd be like, yeah. I mean, the DeBarge are insane, but that original recording it just sounds like, as a person that records records all the time, I know how hard it is to capture that kind of magic.
Yeah.
And it just sounds like they captured the magic in the studio. The emotion and the melody, crazy.
Chuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go with the original. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that I remember the most growing up, and you know what I'm saying? It's a classic. It's hard to beat a classic.
But that's what we talk about when we say good casting.
Yeah.
Because her covering that song was the right thing to do. Like, it's the right song for the right artist, the right key, the right everything. Even the way that Shep was playing the piano.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shep on the
Shep
key.
Crawford.
They're killing it.
Killing the piano. So
She also did an amazing job covering Black Butterfly too by Denise Williams.
Denise Williams.
Love her cover of that.
Also under-celebrated. Denise.
Niecy.
if you will.
Can you do the Aretha Franklin voice,
Denise. Denise Williams.
Oh, man.
Yo, before we go, I have a question for you, Phil. You said the Clark sisters surprised Missy Elliott in VA, right?
Yes, sir.
What did they sing?
They did You Brought the Sunshine and I think Is My Living in Vain?
Man, I'm a stan, so I always want to know what they're saying.
You know you are a legend when you got the Clark sisters
Coming to visit
sing
you.
for you. Like, what?
Hello?
And she was so surprised. She had no idea.
That's awesome.
The city of Portsmouth really pulled off a surprise. No, she had no clue. And it was just such an emotional moment. But yeah.
That's crazy.
It's about Living in Vain and You Brought the Sunshine. I feel like those are the two songs. I have to go on my phone after the episode, but I'm pretty sure.
So you like the Escape version of Is My Living in Vain more than the Clark sisters version? That's what I heard, Phil.
Who told you that lie?
Call Selena again to fact check. Nah, that's exciting, man. That's super dope.
Yeah, man.
When your tribute comes, man, they have to call all the celebrities for you, Phil.
Yeah.
They have to shut VA down for the year.
Come on, man.
It's gonna be a celebrity every month.
It's gonna be Smokey Norfolk,
Smokey
Robinson,
Brian McKnight,
B. McKnight.
B. McKnight. Could you imagine Brian McKnight coming to a tribute of mine? Could you imagine?
Phil Thornton Parkway.
It needs to be a parkway.
I like a parkway. That feels good.
Thornton Parkway.
Thornton Parkway sounds official.
The CVS on Thornton Parkway.
Not the CVS. The Waffle House.
Don't put no Waffle House on my parkway.
Not the Waffle House. Oh man.
Now that's gonna happen, Phil.
Yeah.
Hey man, speak into existence.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna drive down that motherfucker with tears in my eyes.
You gonna drive on the parkway?
Yeah, man. Just in my truck. That's crazy. It can happen. It will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen. That's awesome, man. No, but I was asking that because I was just think about like who you'd want to be the person to surprise you like that. And I know Missy loves them, like they're on higher ground and all kind of stuff. So that's dope.
That's a good question. You know me well. Who would you get to surprise me?
Easy. Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman.
He would be laid out prostrate if she came out. You're like, give me one reason. He'd just be laid out.
And you know what?
I was doing an ugly cry.
Ugly cry.
I feel like she would come out of whatever hole she's in and do that for somebody like you too.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense.
I know for sure that that's the person that would get him.
Yeah, that's true.
Timon, we know we're working on. We're still working on Alita. We're still working. She's on the way. She's on the way.
Yeah, don't get Alita.
For me, it'd be Billy Joel.
I was about to say I would get Billy Joel.
Ooh,
not that I could get Billy Joel.
not that I can. I can't get Tracy Chapman, but in a dream world,
in dream world, I would get you Billy Joel.
I might have a heart attack at that. Phil, you got too many to choose from.
Too many.
Because the emancipated one would have to show up for you. You feel what I'm saying? Mimi.
That'd be amazing.
Janet.
And that Janet, you done took me out of here.
Now I might lose my mind if she shows up for anybody because she's just special.
Yeah.
And then also let's also not leave out if you care about me, you can also try and track down Sade.
Oh yeah.
You know who would be my ultimate though?
Nikki Gilbert.
Who's that? My ultimate would be ultimate surprise if y'all, just whatever year you want to plan it for me as a part of my Parkway celebration or something else. Anita Baker.
Anita Baker.
Oh. No, she would do it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Yeah. Come on, Phil. Just do it. We'll just have a barbecue next week.
Anita ain't coming no barbecue.
She'll be right there.
The street.
Nah, but I'm taking mental notes for when the time comes for all y'all's parkways.
It's gonna happen.
For sure. Man, it's fun talking to y'all, man. It's fun catching
Always.
up. Y'all be moving so damn fast.
Moving around out of here, man.
We're trying to become legends.
A nice break from the monotony of the week, man.
Yeah, it is. Chasing these big ass checks. So, man.
Chasing these checks.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok at We Sound Crazy.
Yes.
Special shout out to our partners at the National Museum of African American Music.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Nashville Visit Music City.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank y'all for the support.
Yes.
We like to go out with something that feels like it sums up the conversation. We talked about a lot of stuff. What are we saying goodbye on? What are we sailing away with?
Can we do a Natalie Cole record?
That's what
I was going to say Future, but Natalie Cole.
Future Natalie Cole.
But Natalie Cole will do.
They would do it as well. As well.
Yeah, let's definitely go out with Natalie Cole. You crazy? Let's do that.
Yeah.
Which one?
Ooh, she got so many records, man.
None of the deep cuts.
Right.
Let's do Inseparable.
That's a beautiful song.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to be driving a Lexus with the cool air conditioner and a gold chain and some cool water on.
Cool water.
Why cool water?
You haven't lived until you've owned a bottle of cool water.
That's so good. Special thank you to our producer, Mike Guru Johnson. We appreciate you. Until next week, y'all.
Inseparable.
We sound crazy. We out.
Inseparable. That's how we'll always be. Inseparable.